This is WENY News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Sheahen. Thanks for choosing WENY News at 5:30. We're going to take you live to the celebrations at the Corning Museum of Glass in just a moment. But first, we head over to our chief meteorologist, Joe Veras, for a first look at the forecast.
Well, we began spring today with snowy conditions across the Twin Tiers. Not a whole lot in the way of accumulation, which is what we were expecting. Measured 1.25 inches at our studios here in Horseheads, and roads a bit slushy earlier today, but with the higher sun angle this time of year, that really helped out during the afternoon, with most of the roads by then just wet. And you can see the snow pushing off towards the east, affecting areas of eastern New York and down towards the New York City area right now. And actually back to the west, we're noticing some breaks in the overcast, so the clouds expected to thin out a bit here as we go through the overnight period. 35 our current temperature, winds out of the south at 8 miles an hour. As we look at area temperatures, mid-30s in Penyan and in Corning, as well as Elmira, 32 in Towanda. Dansville actually coming in at 41 degrees as of this hour. Erin at 32 and Lakemont currently at 36. Here's what we can expect for the rest of tonight. Clouds this evening, some breaks in the overcast overnight tonight. Notice temperatures not dropping off much. 30 will do it for an overnight temperature. Now tomorrow, a cold front moves our way and it'll pass through during the afternoon. In advance of that front, temperatures come up into the mid and upper 40s, but afternoon rain showers will be possible and colder weather will move back in as we go into the second half of the weekend. The rest of my forecast in just a bit.
The world's largest glass museum is finally opening its doors to its new $64 million expansion, bringing to light some of the most exquisite collections of this generation. WNY's Samantha Potter is live at the Corning Museum of Glass to kick off opening weekend.
Hi, Jennifer. While the museum is currently closed for the day, earlier today, hundreds of people had a chance to view the new Contemporary Art and Design Wing here at the Corning Museum of Glass, including myself. Let's take a look at what has the Crystal City talking. This morning, Corning Museum of Glass opened its doors to the new $64 million Contemporary Art and Design Wing, a project that's been in the works for more than 3 years now. With contemporary artists creating more and more glass pieces, museum president Kara White says Corning was running out of room to display the collections.
So we really needed a contemporary gallery to properly give breathing room to these spaces, to light them as they should be, and to share them with our visitors because they've been sitting in storage for years. So the ability to share that now in an architectural space that is specifically designed for them is thrilling.
The gallery displays contemporary glass artwork from the 1990s until the present, and from artists all around the world. Unlike most museums that can't allow artwork to be displayed in direct light, Corning is embracing natural light.
There's so much natural light here, and we were able to give larger spaces for larger works, but also put the glass in light that it's never seen before. There's not a space like this in this campus, and there's not really a space like this anywhere in the world.
The roof of the new wing is a skylight, making the collections look differently depending on what time of day or time of year you visit. And a big hot spot of the new wing is the restoration of the former Steuben factory, which was turned into an amphitheater for live glass demonstrations.
We were so honored to be able to use the footprint of the Steuben factory to recreate a hot shop in that space. And the amphitheater is the perfect answer to what to do with that footprint.
And in honor of the grand opening, the Corning Museum of Glass will be free all weekend long, so make sure you come and check it out. Reporting in the Corning Museum of Glass, Samantha Potter, WENY News.
The new Contemporary Art and Design Wing at the museum is a place to celebrate and highlight glass and tell its story to the world. Visitors will be able to enjoy glass that's previously been on view and other works that have never been seen before. WNY's Renata Steele joins us live from the new wing with the curator of the new collection. Renata.
Hi, Jennifer, and I am here with Tina Oldknow, who's the Senior Curator of Modern and Contemporary Glass here at the Corning Glass Museum. So, Tina, you are responsible for hand-selecting all the pieces that are here in the new wing. Tell me a little bit about the process of deciding which pieces get chosen to be on view here?
Well, everything that you see in the museum has been collected over a period of years, so it's not like we just decided, oh, let's buy all this stuff. So it's been a process over many years, and the things that these pieces all emphasize are quality, originality, and this idea of new ways of using glass.
And now some of the pieces for repeat visitors to the museum, they'll recognize a few pieces, but there are also several pieces that have never been on view before, like Constellation here at the Glass Museum, along with a few others. So talk about the process of, I guess, procuring those pieces and deciding to display them here now.
I wanted to show really what's happening with glass now in these galleries. And one of the things that's really different is that the scale has continually gotten bigger. Many of the new pieces that are on view were really too big to show in our previous galleries. So this is an incredible opportunity to show really exceptional work by incredible artists in the most beautiful building.
And now this is opening day. We've had people here this morning when the ribbon was cut on the wing, including some of the artists themselves.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about their reaction to seeing the pieces that they've created in this new space.
I think the most rewarding thing for me in this entire project has been the artists' reactions. They are so excited to see their work in this incredible space. It's a great honor for them, and for me, it's a great honor that we have their work. You know, this building will only look good as the work that's in it. So, you know, I'm very grateful to them, but they're very grateful to be shown in this way.
All right, well, Tina, thank you for your hard work, and you really have to come out here and see this display for yourself, the new Contemporary Art and Design Wing at the Corning Museum of Glass. Jennifer, I'll send it back to you.
Much Renata. Well, Corning will truly be filled with plenty to do this weekend. In celebration of the Corning Museum of Glass expansion, the Rockwell Museum has some new exhibits and a special offer to visitors. WY's Nick Quattrini has more on the events going on at the Rockwell Museum all this weekend.
There is plenty to do this weekend in Corning because this weekend the Rockwell Museum is offering free admission. The Rockwell Museum features art about America. In honor of the Corning Museum of Glass expansion, the Rockwell Museum is featuring contemporary glass of the Pacific Northwest. And if you haven't been to the museum in a while, it's featuring some new exhibits as well.
Well, everyone here at the Rockwell Museum is so delighted to be able to help celebrate the Corning Museum of Glass expansion. And as such, we're offering free admission to people of all ages to come through the Rockwell this weekend, beginning today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come into town, check out the great museums in Corning.
Despite the weather outside, today is the first day of spring, and the museum took down the winter hat off of Artemis the bison. The hat measures several feet long, and despite being outside since November, it's in pretty good condition. Over 30 knitters came together to knit the hat. For more information on the Rockwell Museum, head on over to our website, WENY.com, and click on this story. Reporting in Corning, Nick Quattrini, WENY News.
Despite his attorney's attempt to throw out a guilty verdict, James Crosby was sentenced to 13 years in prison today. A motion filed on March 14th called into question witness statements, Crosby's alleged rate of speed, whether Crosby was actually driving recklessly, and it alleges the judge lowered the prosecution's burden of proof. Crosby was found guilty on 2 counts of manslaughter, second-degree assault, third-degree assault, and reckless driving. He was found to be at fault in a head-on crash that happened on New Year's Eve, 2014 in Newfield.
I feel awesome about it. He deserves to be sentenced to prison. 13 years is awesome. I'm just glad he's going to prison and that my family can have justice for my brother and that the Lattimores can have justice for Kathy.
Now, that crash killed Spencer residents Kathy Lattimore and Derek Nichols. Tonight on WENY News 11, tune in to hear a reaction from the family. Coming up, we've got the latest story from the Road to the Wine Glass series. Very exciting.
And the snow tapering off this evening. We're looking at actually some rain showers in the forecast for tomorrow with temperatures well up into the 40s. The rest of my weekend forecast right after the break. But first, a live look at our Crystal City sky cam. You're watching WENY News at 5:30.